Hello everyone, my name is Vikram. This is the sixth episode of the introspection series that I've started, and let me get straight to the questions cause mummy demand गई है and कभी भी आ सकती है and मैं hall पे बैठा हूँ. Okay, so she'll just get angry on me that what I am doing over here. So, what is the most unusual or unique experience you have ever had? I don't know. I'll think on it and come back to the question. If you could master any musical instrument, which one would you choose and why? Piano, because I think it's kind of grand. What is the most inspiring speech or talk you have ever heard? Okay, wait, it's piano or guitar. I think so. I'll go along the lines of guitar for some reason. At times, I feel like guitar is overrated, but then there are times like no, it's not. So maybe guitar. Yeah, maybe guitar because I know a lot of great singers who know how to play guitar, but I'm kind of confused. Okay, toss a coin to choose. What is the most inspiring speech or talk you have ever heard and how did it affect you? Speech. I think so. The dialogue divided, the end dialogue in Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, I loved that. And today, the movie that we are going to talk about is actually the Shawshank Redemption. If you could have dinner with three people from any time period, who would they be and why? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Alexander the Great, and Friedrich Nietzsche. Yeah, Friedrich Nietzsche. Uh, from any time period, ना तो future भी ले सकता हूँ. Okay, wait, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the first human who could talk. Okay, wait, let me do this. Okay, this video would not be edited and would be made to feel much more real. So there would be a lot of ahs, and asa if I want them to be. If you could have dinner with three people from any time period, who would they be and why? The first one would be the first person who who learned to speak properly in English. Yeah. The second would be Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, maybe not today. The another would be the last person who lived on planet Earth, if we humans do have an end. Of course, we could be an interstitial species, but I want to see who was the last person that was on Earth when everyone else was leaving Earth. Then, um, my grandson's son, my granddaughter's daughter, like, or son, like, I don't really care. I'm interested in the future, upcoming future, perhaps. Yeah, these are the people that I would have dinner with and talk. What is a project or idea you always wanted to start but haven't yet? Oh, I can't name these, but there are two ideas that I'm going to start. One is about going deep. I think so I can speak. Like, it's like I can have great suggestions from you if you really know how these things work. When I want to go deep, it's a series that I will start where I would take some social personality. It can be famous, it can be very niche, the guy, and just then talk about him, know about him more and more and more, and see what his influences were and go about their influences. I think so. Season 1, I'm planning to do 12 episodes with following one guy only. Yeah. Season 2, yeah, I'm going to do this, okay? So that's the plan that I have. And we'll see where this goes. How do you stay informed about current events and why is that important to you? Podcasts are great. I think so. Currently, I may have said a lot that these are the guys that are in my subscription, and yes, I do kind of follow them. But what I'm really interested right now is actually Indian elections and the whole landscape, geopolitical landscape of people around the world, of countries around the world, and for that I follow podcasts such as Joe Rogan is always there, Lex Friedman is there, Chris Williamson is there, but it's more along the psychological lines of and mindset lines of how humans are currently thinking and all. For Indian landscape, I tend to follow Kushal Mehra, Sham Sharma Show, Global, ANI podcast. Yeah, these three. I follow these three. Yeah. Why is it important to me? Because I'm growing and I want to find a great business opportunity. Yeah. What is your favorite quote from a book or movie, and why does it? What does it mean to you? Shawshank Redemption. What is your favorite quote from a book or movie? Na, let's go with और because फटाफट खत्म करना है. मम्मी आ जाती है. मम्मी आ सकती है. I think so. My favorite quote would be hope is hope from Shawshank Redemption. Hope Shawshank Redemption quote. Okay. Uh, this is the quote. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. Yeah, this is my favorite quote. It means a lot. It is actually a really good quote. What is one piece of technology you think will change the world in the next 10 years? AI bots. Not particularly like it's a particular niche segment in AI. I think so. AI bots will be there. They will be termed really, really different. Like AI chatbots such as ChatGPT. Then there would be, what do we say? Delegation ke liye, there would be another term. Agents. Yeah, age of agents. And I think so. There's also relationships. Yeah, so I think so. AI will kind of decide the direction of AI would decide a lot of things in the future. But after that, I think so. It's quantum computers. Even though I don't know really nothing about them. Yeah. For if you want to know more on this, I think so. There's a really good book that you should read by Ray. He did a recent podcast with Joe Rogan. Let me find it. Let me find the guy's name. And it's a really good book. You should read it. I've read it. It goes along the lines of how technology will change. There are a lot of graphs in it. Ray JRE. Ray Kurzweil. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but you should really watch this podcast with Joe Rogan. It's a really, really good podcast, and follow also if you can, then buy his book and support his work. It's a really good book. You should read it. Describe a time when you stepped out of your comfort zone and what you learned from it every day. I'm not conscious about it all the time, but I really enjoy it. There's a kind of anxiety that I had while editing the previous video. It had lots of text and all of that going around. I think so. It was over edited now, but I'll accept it. I enjoyed editing it, and I was kind of late. That video took me around 6 to 7 hours to edit. Yeah, I really need to buy a computer or some sort of tech that would help me. But if I have the extra money lying around, then I would. So yeah, I do it every single day, but not that I'm conscious about it. But whenever I'm conscious about it, there's a kind of anxiety within me that I really enjoy. It's a kind of thrills. I don't know what hormone would it be releasing, but yeah, I really enjoy adrenaline, some sort of like that. But yeah, I really enjoy that. It's fun. This, if you could instantly speak any language fluently, which one would you choose and why? Okay, I'm getting comfortable with English day by day. What is, let me ask this, what is the amount of books that get most amount of books? What is the most amount of books that gets published in what language? Tell me top 5. I think so. One is English. Second is okay. ChatGPT is browsing the web. Wait, it can do that now. Really interesting. Okay, the language of most books. Really interesting. Now ChatGPT can browse the web. Wow. English is there, so I have said this in the previous episodes that I want to learn English because I want to really Chinese. Yeah, I would go for Chinese straightforward. Yeah, because I want to read a lot of books from a lot of different sects and most amount of books that third is Spanish. Yeah, hmm, that's my logic for this. So English, Chinese, Spanish, and ask me more 10 questions. If you could live any historical period, which one would you choose and why? To live in, I'll choose. Hmm. Think so. We are currently in the best times we could be, but if I were to live, in what period would I choose? Do I? Okay, let's get to this. Get to the answer step by step. What life would I want to lead? A comfortable one or a uncomfortable one? Preferably along the lines of both. Yeah, it's a difficult question for me to answer. I'll come back on it. What is a skill you don't have but wish you could learn instantly? Huh. What is a skill that I don't have? Okay, here's how I go about learning skills. Okay, suppose if I want to really learn editing, then I would not edit videos by downloading some random clips. I would first learn how to use a camera and how to use grids, what are the aspect ratios, and then learn the skill around it. Okay, and that also not the whole thing. I'll just do it, and then I'll learn it. Like for learning English, learning another language that I want to learn, I'll not read the basics about it. I'll just go in, find my zone, which I can travel to, which I can pass through and all of that. Like I'm trying to use an analogy over here. Help me out. Okay, I'll find a space that I'm most comfortable in and then move slowly around the directions where I'm really blind, where I really don't know anything about, and then learn along the way. Like, yeah, that's how I learn skills. So I don't know what skill would I want to learn. Like most of the stuff that I really don't know. I really don't know. How do you define success and what steps do you take to achieve it? Doing this every day. By being consistent when nothing in your life needs change and you're comfortable with it. Of course, it's a curse at the same time, but yeah, it really depends on me. Like I'm comfortable if everything in my life gets settled and nothing needs no change. Yeah. What book? ये तो हो गया ना. What book? Yeah. Acha, what book or movie had the most significant impact on your worldview? Okay, Fight Club. Fight Club. If you could solve one mystery or answer one unanswered question, what would it be? Uh, it would be around conspiracies. Conspiracies. Okay, conspiracies. Fuck. Okay, if you could solve one mystery or answer one unanswered question, what would it be? Where, like, okay, this is a lot of this is going around that ancient Egypt or ancient human civilization was much more advanced than. Fuck it, where is the One Piece? That's the question that I want to answer. Yeah, नया chapter आया होगा. हाँ, read करूँगा बाद में. But yeah, not joking. But was ancient human civilization much more developed than the current civilization that we live in? That's the question that I want to answer. Yeah. Also, any skill. If I could remember all of the stuff that was written in Nalanda, all of these universities that were burned down, yeah, I would wish to learn all of it. How do you stay motivated and productive when faced with long-term goals? By attaching pain to the time. Yeah, this is what I do. Like, I think so. I had a really different perception of pain before, or struggles, or getting burnt out. That if I'm facing some trouble today, I'll face that trouble the other day. No, I kind of now attach the pain with today, with present. That this is the pain that I'm going to feel tomorrow, today, and it has no influence upon the pain that I may feel tomorrow or had felt yesterday. And that's how I stay motivated. I kind of had to have to attach the whole feeling of doing things with time. If you had to switch careers tomorrow, what new profession would you choose aside from this playing football? I have left it. I have not played football. I think so. It's more than a year now, but I would love to play it. Or badminton. I really enjoy badminton. Or for some reason, volleyball. I don't like haiku. Haiku. My sister likes it a lot, but it's a really interesting game. What is the most valuable lesson you have learned from a mentor or role model? I don't have a role model, mentor, role model. I don't see anyone as a role model around me. I really don't. I had this perception, I had this mindset about what would the Vikram from future want me to do right now, and for some reason that was my role model. I don't know, but I left that mindset. So I really don't know. That was the only role model. That was the only person, Vikram from future, that I would see as role model. How do you handle conflict and maintain relationships when disagreements arise through logic? Yeah. And if I can't, and it's something really, really emotional, then I just leave it. Right now, I do that. Run from it. Yeah. Ask me more 10 questions. Okay. This is kind of fun क्योंकि मम्मी कभी भी आ सकती है. Okay, और मुझे तभी वीडियो बंद करना पड़ेगा. And I haven't done the section. Ask me more difficult 10 questions. Difficult 10 questions. Same along these lines. The lines that you have already asked. That you have already asked, but don't repeat. Point to point. Point to point. Yeah, so this is kind of thrilling and anxiety is there, but I'm really kind of enjoying it because Mummy kabhi bhi aa sakti hai and I haven't done the film session, the idea session that I really wanted to do there. How do you think technological advancement will shape the future of human relationships and communication? This is really interesting. So, there was an email by Rex Woodbury. If I'm saying the name again, Rex Woodbury. Yeah, that's the right pronunciation. And this guy has a really, really interesting newsletter that he publishes. And I think so you should read it. It follows along the line of fintech, startup, and AI, preferably more around technological side, and it's really, really good. And he talks about this idea, I think so. Wait, let me find that mail. And wait, where is this? Yeah, okay, this is that. Okay, AI's communication revolution. I got this email 5 days ago, and it's really interesting. Okay, so the internet made human to human communication. Like, suppose I am living at another pole and my friend is living the whole opposite side of me, then internet made it possible for us to connect. Generative AI would make humans to computer communication possible. And of course, there were always the communication between human and computer present. Of course, not in definite words per se. Like, I think so. The earliest I could remember would go about chess bots. Yeah. Before that, I have no idea. But chess, I think so. These games were first. Then it came along the line of cameras, face detecting cameras that the computer is telling that, look, this is Vikram. He's aged 27. Like, yeah. Of course, they fail, but they are trying. And then now it's like definite words pick here, and it's really interesting and it's going to happen, and I'm really kind of interested in that. Then this is the terms, okay, that I wanted to talk about. Okay, agents will carry out work, co-pilots will augment our work, chatbots will give us someone to talk to, fulfilling our human longing for connection. I think so. China or Japan, some Asian country, okay, some Asian country had these. I think so. There was a guy who married to his girlfriend who was actually a mobile character of some sort. Yeah, please don't get offended if you're watching this, but you can see how the world is changing, right? And I'm really excited about that. If you could completely eradicate, अरे यार बहुत हो गया ये answer. What is the most significant ethical dilemma you have faced and how did you resolve it? पापा डूब रहे मम्मी डूब रही है, किसको बचाओगे? आई थिंक सो ये मैंने एक स्टैंड अप पे देखा था बाय अनुभव सिंह बस्सी की आंसर है जो पास में है. But it was kind of funny, but I haven't been able to resolve this. But yeah, it's kind of funny, right? So translation for those who did not understand: your father is drowning in a sea, your mother is burning or drowning in the sea. Let's make it both are drowning into the sea, and you have to swim and save one. There's a lot of less time left, and you can only choose one. Who would it be? And then there's this stand-up comedian Anubhav Singh Basi or some other guy. I like मुझे किसी का I don't want to give credit to someone else entirely, but I think so it was Anubhav Singh Basi who tells that the correct answer to this question is who's near you. Yeah, there's a lot of less time left. Since there's a lot of less time left, and it was really funny, but I haven't been able to solve this dilemma. How do you balance your personal ambitions with the needs and expectations of those around you by putting in the extra, by consuming the remaining time left doing what I want to pursue? Yeah. What is a complex issue you are passionate about and how do you stay informed and involved in it? I don't know. If you could redesign the education system, what changes would you make to better prepare students for the future? Okay, critical thinking chahiye. It's a really I think so it's really one of those skills that is needed in the future, and I think so I would do that. I have really thought about it. I think so I would do that by making a classes or some sort of education school where students would prepare the paper for another students. Yeah, a lot of it would be verbal because I think so humans have stopped, like of course you should know how to text properly, you should know how to cold mail someone, but a lot of communication that we still do in today's time is through verbal means, through mouth. But yeah, and we don't know how we communicate it, and humans, like I think so in our society preferably we don't know how to communicate it properly, and for some reason मुझे ये भी नहीं पसंद, पता है क्या? I think so प्रखर, ये भी प्रखर ने बोला है in चलचित्र टॉक्स where this humility देते किसी को, नहीं नहीं आप पहले सर, अरे क्या भाई उससे आगे बढ़ना, बात कर. Like for some reason you're considered arrogant over here if you be like someone who's like okay, thumbs up, full stop. Yeah, I really don't understand that side. But moving on from that and redesigning the education system, I think so I would do that. I would add how to be articulate with your words, how to present yourself. Of course I'm not great at it, but I think so I would try to do that. Making the students prepare question papers for other students and looking into the camera, even though I'm not looking, I'm currently looking in the reflection of myself on the mirror that is behind this and capturing the screen, my mobile screen. But yeah, I think so that this is how I would redesign my education system, having a choice, having a study by choice. Okay, I have a solution to the rote thing also. I think so every school should have a alumni system where the alumni is forced, like suppose I'm into engineering and I'm great at it, and there's some student that wants to pursue engineering and is from my school but is from my lower batch, and he could contact me and I am forced to answer to that because now I've signed some documents, some sort of contract with the school that I would help out students for a particular period of time, and if I want to, and the school would reduce some sort of fees for it. So even in the rote learning system we could have, because generally the rote learning system is following someone around, right? So why can't we have some sort of this thing? I think so it's a really good solution. I don't know how the economics of it will work, and I haven't given this a long time to think upon, but I think so this is what I have came upon as of now. Describe a time when you had to make a difficult decision without having all the necessary information. How did you handle it? Okay, I can't think of a decision right now, but I think so. Generally, when things like this happen, I tend to confirm what are the things that are not deciding it. Process of elimination is a great thing that I follow. Is a really thing. Is actually one of the things that I follow. Like, see what is not confirmed, and then what you are remained with is the stuff that is actually confirmed. And I think so it's a really good process. How do you define personal fulfillment and what actions to take? I've answered this question. If you were given the opportunity to speak at a global conference, what topic would you choose and what message would you convey? Ah, message. Be selfish, because yeah, that's the message that I would convey. And topic, personal development. That sounds a bit, what do we say, fucked up, I think so. But generally the message I would be I'm not sure about the topic that I would choose to speak upon, but the message that I would convey is actually be selfish, because I think so when you are being selfish, you are not actually going to hurt someone. You're just going to take all that you can have and provide it to your family, and your family, whatever they want to do, would do the same thing and leave the rest. Like, suppose if I want to become a great content creator, okay, am I harming someone? No. Okay, am I being selfish? Yeah, because I want to pursue it. And then what? My parents hate it. Okay, of course they are conservative and they are unsure about this field, because YouTube can someday stop providing the monetization feature to everyone. Almost it can happen, right? At least I think so. Like, not at least my parent thinks so. And okay, like, I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I think so at some level they are right, because it can happen, right? And then what? Okay, then I'll have a backup option. Okay, then what? Like, you go about this way and you end up noticing that whatever you do in the end is just you're doing it because you love it, and at the end of the day you're providing it to your family, your close one, loved ones, whatever. But okay, I'm losing the vocabulary over here that I have a control upon. I think so being selfish would lead to, what do we say, जो बोलते ना मैं selfish नहीं हूँ, the guys that say that I'm not unselfish, I'm just this, giving away guy that who loves to provide, does not want anything from him for himself. I think so those are real dickheads. I think so it's untrue. Okay, dickheads, maybe that was a bit much, but they are stupid. They are stupid. Yeah, they are stupid. I don't believe them. Okay, I think so being selfish leads to a lot of unselfishness, because you don't want to hurt anyone, right? At the end of the day, that's the thing that you don't want to do. If you were given the opportunity, okay, how do you approach understanding and addressing your own biases and prejudices? By following one, I think so confirmational bias is there, that I've taken a bit lagging to, that I'm trying to find that, okay, am I really trying to, then there's this, like, I was actually doing this in my real blog, where I would speak upon a bias every day, but then I left it because I was not enjoying it and it felt like a job to me. But I really came across some of these biases and I really enjoyed it, and I think so I would do that once again. Preferably create a video series that I can and get done with it, or preferably do a much more thorough written work on it and get done with it. Yeah, like, if I love it, then I'll write it, but if I think of it as I kind of like it but not love it, then I would do video of it, because I tend to prefer text content over video content. Yeah, for some reason I do that because I think so. There's a kind of, what do we say, credibility attached to creating text content. Yeah. So this is all the questions that I'm going to answer today. And moving on to the next topic of the series. What am I excited about? I'm excited about seeing what would become of my dad after watching Panchayat. Yeah, this is something that can be considered something offbeat to be excited about. But hear me out. I don't know what was the last time my dad watched a series. Preferably, if it was TMKOC, and it was also a rerun from episode 1 to 500. After that, it just like declined the series. Not my dad's interest in it. He watches reruns if he wishes to. But the last movie that I remember that he was watching was Munna Bhai MBBS, and I think so it was more than 8 years back. He's workaholic, goes to work at 10 in the morning, comes back at 12. And yeah, so I'm really excited about him watching Panchayat because it's kind of like Gao, like it's kind of like my village, okay? Yeah, it's kind of is, okay? And yeah, it's really, really fun to watch him, laugh and enjoy that. Yeah, it's really fun. Idea. Today I'm excited about an idea that I got from Sahil Bloom's newsletter, Museum of Failure. Start with this. I haven't visited. Okay, that's my cue that I want to start with this. I haven't visited a museum, but if I would, then what lens would I watch these museum holding? Success or failure? I don't know, and that's a topic to talk upon some other time. Today I'll be talking upon this idea by Sahil Bloom. So I don't have an answer to this question I posed in the beginning about the lens you would be watching through these. You would be watching through to perceive these, to watch these artifacts. At some level, their existence led to more fine tuning of these products, and hence a better version of the product was created. Yet at the same time, these products are failures on some level. Now, don't get to the answer. We all can agree over here that it was necessary to have these products in the first place so that humans could make them better. Basically, at some level, you may find this argument quite similar in somewhat way to the whole who came first, chicken or egg. Again, don't go to the answer. Now imagine you creating your own personal museum of failure. That's a question that I want you to answer to yourself. A note, I think so this should be said by me. I'm no philosopher if you think of me as one. I'm no good if you think of me as one. I'm going to die and should be forgotten. Not because I'm telling you to do so, but because it's a timeless fact. People forget almost anyone. Someone takes 1,000 years, someone takes 10,000 years. But at the end of the time, you're nothing but
Gazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.
Fugazi. This is what I found interesting and hence talked upon. So the movie that I'm going to talk about today is Shawshank Redemption. It's a really great movie. And before starting this whole movie thing, let me go through this. I'm not going to rate movies by tier S, A, B, etc. because I think so it's personal, and at some level I'm not trying to play safe or any sort of that, okay? Like मन क्या तो बोल दूंगा TRS है, Shawshank Redemption TRS है, okay? But more like how they made me feel. The categories goes as follows. It made me feel alive, warm, lonely, disappointed. Yeah, completed. Okay, that sounds horrible now that I think about it. But today's movie is going to be Shawshank Redemption. This movie made me feel alive. I'll play some clips that I really liked from the movie. I really love the acceptance theme from the movie. Even though Andy never murdered his wife and the other fellow, he was imprisoned for it. He did not resist it and accepted, was imprisoned. And then he started creating a life of his own with hope. Made some friends, and halfway the movie, he found out that there's a proof on how he can prove himself innocent and took a stand for himself. He did that and ended up in trouble. But still, he did not lose hope. And I loved how he did not lost hope. There's a lot that I can say about this movie, but today I don't want to. Thank you for watching this video. Bye. Okay, wait. So, I think so there were three main characters in this movie. Every actor was on point almost. The first is Andy. The second is uh, the actor played by Morgan Freeman, and the third is Brooks. Okay, now see the, what do we say? Every actor has played really good, but go through my logic. Okay, Andy is this guy that never did something but has hope that he will make a future of himself in the future, and he did. Morgan is this hope that is going through acceptance, and Morgan is the actor's name. Okay, that is going through, what do we say, this thing that he has completed his tenure, I think so, and is now facing the committee to, allow him to get out of the prison. And then there is this Brooks guy, now that's the name of the character, who is the librarian, and he made his whole life in the prison, and when he got out he lost hope and killed himself. So you can see all of these people in three different stages of life on the same spectrum. Like, there's hope, there's acceptance, then there's the another side of it, what do we say, disappointment, and hence death of hope. Yeah, when there's no hope you die, something like that. Okay, and it's a really good movie, I think so, you should watch it. And that's it for today. Mummy aa gayi hai almost and mujhe maar degi. Bye bye.